Morning. It's early, really early again. So yesterday morning I was up early to that's how early it is. I was up early to record for Christian Premier Radio on their inspirational breakfast hour. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to catch up on that kind of short interview. Today is Tuesday. Hi, I'm Hayley. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is just following me around life in the NBA and as president of Baptists Together. Yeah, it's Tuesday morning. I'm up really early because I'm off to join core leadership team in Hoddleston. That's in Hertfordshire, a long way from Stockton. So I'm driving down there. I'm getting there a little bit early so that I can meet and pray with Lynn Green, who's the General Secretary. And I'm doing that in my role as President. I'm going to be accompanying the core leadership team through their couple of days of discussion, listening to each other, listening to God, discerning the heart and direction, feedback from assembly and council and all things like that. And I'm wearing two hats today, over the next couple of days, which is going to be difficult. I'm obviously wearing my kind of strategic lead hat for the NBA, and I'm also wearing the president hat. So you're going to see how that goes. I'm hoping God will provide. But at the moment, I'm just praying traffic is good. It is. And I just had that panic of like packing. Obviously I had to pack last night because I was leaving so early, and I'm like, have I remembered everything? Because I'm not coming home for a long time. I'm going to go on and do some other stuff after there, so I'm actually 2 weeks away from home. So yeah, let's start by going to Hoddleston. Hello, sorry I didn't film anything at Hayley when we were core leadership team and trustees. As I said, you know, I don't film the content of any of those. I don't with council, I don't with any content. So because we've not been in person this year, it's our first in-person meeting this year, we're just having conversations with lots of people, so we just didn't get time even to do some reflections in the evening. So apologies for that. It was really good. As a Baptist movement, there's lots that is happening, but one of the real significant things actually is new people are coming in as certain people retire, and those jobs are filled with different people, obviously, because they can't be filled with the same person. So it means there are people there that don't know each other as well as some of the others. So Lynn and the team were really intentional about creating space for building relationship. So that was absolutely brilliant. And one of those was a walk. Here's some photos. So what I did find out, what I did learn on the walk, was I bought some walking shoes for the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, which we are, a group of us are doing to raise money for Home Mission. You can sponsor us, so please do that. I'll put the link in the description below, or you can find it on my social media channels, which are here. And I don't walk, like, so I go to the gym, I run, but I'm kind of short, intense workouts. I don't do long walks, and I don't do walking out in the countryside. I don't really like the outdoors. So I ordered some walking shoes from an online shop, and because we were doing this walk, I thought, oh, I can wear them, and you know, on that. So I thought that was just a normal thing to do. But what we have found out is within Core Leadership Team are some proper seasoned walkers. So when I said that I'd not tried these shoes on before and I just ordered them online, I got that pity look. And the more I kept talking, the more they just looked at me as if, Hayley, you've got no idea. Which I wasn't offended by, because that is perfectly true. I have no idea. So anyway, so I was like, it'll be fine, you're just being grumpy, you know, they're perfect. Well, we did the shortest walk ever. I got back and yeah, I had to admit that they were right. The shoes were awful. My feet didn't fit in them properly, so they were like, my feet were sliding around all over the place. So I've now got to go. But the problem is, right, so I say to people, well, just tell me what brand I should be looking at. And they go, oh, no, it's not as simple as that. There is no one brand that we can say, because different brands suit different types of feet differently. Oh, my life. So I've now got the name of a shop that I've got to physically go into, apparently, and get the right shoes. That's on a to-do list. And they're also horrified that I've not done any training for it. I think it'll be fine. Genuinely think it'll be fine. So yeah, so please do sponsor us, because raising money for Home Mission is so important. It's how we support our pioneers, our churches, our chaplains, some of our ministers in training. It supports the association teams, and it supports our national provision. So it'd be great if people could give to that. So today, I didn't drive home after Core Leadership Team. We met at Hayley in Hoddleston. I drove 20 minutes down the road to where I used to live in Welwyn Garden City. And the reason for that is tomorrow I am conducting the wedding of two of my great friends, Jack and Vicky. So instead of kind of going home and driving back, which would have been silly, I just drove along to Welwyn Garden City. So last night was the wedding rehearsal. Today I've had a couple of Zoom calls just from the Premier Inn again. Who doesn't love Premier Inn? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, because yeah, we just get to celebrate their marriage. This wedding should have happened like 3 years ago, but thank you, due to the COVID restrictions, it's now. So that's cool, and I'm really looking forward to that. First thing in the morning though, I am jumping onto a Zoom call. So throughout my presidential year, I've got a group of amazing people walking with me in prayer, and so I meet with them once a month on a Saturday morning, just to check in, share, pray, and yeah, just to make sure that I'm doing okay, and for a bit of accountability as well. So I've got that first thing in the morning, and then I'm going to go marry Jack and Vicky, and I will of course have some pictures of that. Morning, I'm in another Premier Inn. Oh man, Jack's wedding, you would have seen some photos of, or Jack and Vicky's wedding, and that was awesome. So from there I then drove down to Midsummer Norton, or just outside of Bath, where I stayed last night, in a Premier Inn, not sponsored. Because today I am off to Midsummer Norton to facilitate a Children, Youth and Families CYF retreat. So I'm only there for 24 hours, before I drive on somewhere else. So yeah, this is one of the joys of the presidency, really. It feels a little bit like, oh, my life, I'm all over the place and travelling, but actually at its heart as well, I am getting to see and spend time with amazing people. Leading a retreat or facilitating a retreat, just allowing and creating space for people to be and to hear God is such an awesome privilege. Such an awesome privilege. So yeah, I don't know, right? So I think this place is quite hard to find. So I've already had like several emails of location, and they're like, don't use the sat-nav code, but use this code and then use this directions, which is fine, but when you're on your own, you're like, oh, my life. So then they're like, the what 3 words is better than the postcode. So I've put that into my Apple phone, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to taking you on the journey to a retreat. So let's go. It's okay, so it's day kind of 7, and I've woken up in a different location. So I'm in Midsummer Norton at this wonderful Airbnb for a retreat. So I arrived yesterday, led 2 sessions, and then we spent the evening kind of chilling and chatting, and I'm leading 2 sessions today before driving on to somewhere else. So this is far better than a premiere in background, isn't it? Loving this, loving the weather. Yeah, so this is the varied role of being a president. So sometimes you're in meetings, then you're doing personal stuff, and actually now I was asked to lead the CYF retreat space. Leading retreats isn't really my bag, my thing, so I'm kind of bringing to the table something maybe slightly different, of a kind of reflective process, and we're kind of looking at where we hold God and hold these spaces before God. And one of the things that is really on my heart is how we maintain our spirituality, how we maintain sorry, my hand's in the way, isn't it? How we maintain who we are, and our well-being, and just for ministry for the long haul. CYF workers and pastors have had it really hard over the kind of 2 years and COVID and stuff, and I know everyone talks about ministry being hard, but CYF was hit really hard, and I don't think we've reflected enough on that as a Baptist family. So I'm here just doing a bit of input, and then I'll go away. Claire Hooper is wonderfully hosting us, which is great. So yeah, we've been reflecting in these beautiful settings. I'm off to a Premier Inn later. Maybe I need to start looking at Airbnbs. Maybe Airbnbs would be a better option. Might be more expensive though. Definitely need to get one like this. And it's a bit hit and miss, I'm learning. I've heard it's a bit hit and miss. So yeah, it's great to be here. Man, this week has been so varied and so different. So yeah, just the busyness of core leadership team, and then being with mates personally, that was brilliant. In Zoom calls in amongst, so that's quite difficult actually. So because people are still expecting you to be available on Zoom with the same availability that you were during lockdown. So sometimes that's really hard to manage and juggle that. I don't know. So in amongst Zoom calls, but the flexibility of it is brilliant, because obviously it means I can continue doing my MBA role while being on the road, which is great. And yeah, now I'm here. Oh man, I'm loving this. I'm not loving the bird song. Don't really like bird song. Am I allowed to say that? One's gonna come and like attack me now, aren't they? It's not my bag, being woken up by birds. Sounds like it should be from a Disney film, but it's so not that cool. So yeah, this is where I am today. Morning. So it is Thursday and today I'm spending the day in Baptist House. This is part of the presidency, just to spend some time with the teams here. Yeah, and I think I'll go do some filming with Lynn for a future project for Baptist Together magazine, which will be great. I'll grab some photos of the outside of the building because I'm in the back entrance. But yeah, day at Baptist House. I am home. I didn't do a lot of filming at Baptist House just because we were in and out of meetings and other things. But it was really cool. So it was just had a tour of the offices, met everyone. Good to put some names behind the emails, faces behind the emails and names that I see. So that was great. Then went and kind of was involved in their kind of team meeting, which involved everyone. So I talked a little bit about my presidential theme and what I'm seeing and perceiving across the Baptist movement at the moment. And then I spent time with the kind of team leaders and Lynn Green as General Secretary, which was really good. It was a busy, full-on day though. I think part of my role as president is to just hang and chill with those that are serving the Baptist family. And often that is in churches and missional communities, which is quite a natural pairing for. But actually, there's also a whole group of people who serve our family nationally, and they're based at Didcot. So really trying to make time for them. Spent some time with the communications team looking at actually how we're going to communicate what's going on this year and so forth, which is really exciting. One thing I am noticing is when I'm talking to people about the Yorkshire Three Peak Challenge, the more I'm talking to people, the more I'm realising I'm so not prepared for this. I need to get some walking shoes because the ones I got obviously won't pop up, but I've not trained and I'm not planning to train because it's just a walk, right? It's just walking for a day. Some people are saying that's a really bad idea. What do you think? Do I need to train or not? Oh well. Anyway. It has been a whirlwind of a week and a bit. And I guess that reflects where our Baptist movement is at. There's the heaviness and the weight of discernment and leadership that came at Core Leadership Team. There's the joys of sharing with friends and really close mates in their wedding and seeing the kind of highs of ministry. There's needing that time to step back and retreat and reflect, which I did with some wonderful CYF pastors and leaders. And then there's the business of the work, and I saw that at Baptist House. So yeah, that's it for me for this week. Thank you for joining with me. It's been amazing. You can continue to follow on a daily basis all that I'm up to on my social media channels. Please do give them a like, a subscribe, a follow, and do share the content. If you subscribe, especially to the YouTube channel, you'll make sure to get notifications of when all these wonderful videos are coming out. So I've got loads more planned, which I'm really excited to take you along the journey for. If you're the praying kind, please do continue to pray for our Baptist movement. There's two things really specifically if I can ask for prayer. One, Digital Avengers, I've mentioned them several times in my video. We're kind of really close to making the films that we need to make for All Baptist Together, but we're looking for some millennials to cast in some of that, so please pray that we find the right people. And second of all, we are looking for an administrator here in the NBA, which, oh my life, we really need an administrator here in the NBA. So please do pray for those two things, because they're really, really important and vital for our life in ministry and mission together. So yeah, you've been you, I've been me. Thank you for joining in this journey, and I will see you later.